Hello, good evening everybody. Right, tonight we're going to make a dish called Gypsy Eggs. This was a dish I unashamedly nicked from a pub called the Eagle in Farringdon about 20 years ago. This was a place, the name gastropubs has been sort of taken over quite a bit, you know, and what they really are nowadays is just a restaurant in disguise. This was a real gastropub. The kitchen was actually incorporated into the bar, so you had the barman actually standing there next to working with the chef. Fresh herbs on the counter, and just very limited menu, but simple stuff, but all cooked quite well. And this was one of their signature dishes. Obviously I've based it on it, we've used it as stars, supper dishes. It's the sort of thing we'll cook when we get home from the pub because it takes a couple of minutes and it's all stuff that you've probably got kicking around anyway. Okay, so to start with, we're going to take some garlic and we're just going to smash that up. So I'm just going to give it a light press, then nip the ends off and then peel those. Alright, and then a little bit of fluff, and then we're going to give them a good smash, get it back on the knife. Quick chop, and then what I'm going to do, got a bit of sea salt, just going to sprinkle a little bit of that on it, and what that's going to do, I'm going to use my knife. If you see the way I use the knife, I've got the garlic in the pile with the salt on it, I'm going to put the tip of the knife on the front of the board, I'm going to hold, let me turn the board slightly, I'm going to hold the tip of the knife like that, and then I'm going to just make sort of almost like a grinding, rocking motion. What the salt's doing, the salt acts like sandpaper, so it just smashes the garlic down, so you get the garlic puree. Alright, so you can see how nice and fine that is. Okay, so we're just going to drop that in the pan. I'll whack a little bit of olive oil in there. And get the heat on. Okay, I'm going to go on the very, very low heat for the minute, just while I'm cutting an onion. Okay, so onion just nice and finely diced. If your onions are bigger, just use half. This is sort of one of the ones you get out of the supermarket in the little stringy packs. They're all about the same sort of size, but roughly that's about as much onion as you want. It's probably around 150 grams, 200 grams. So that in at the pan as well. Right, now I'm just going to turn the heat up a little bit, and all we're going to do is just sweat that off. And we're sweating just means no colour, so that's why you don't want it on too high a heat. The reason you do it is because it will release the natural sugars from the onions. Okay, while we've got that, got a little bit of bacon. So I'm going to use This is one of the, it's got 10 rashers in it, alright, but it's not a big pack. It's 10 rashers, so they're really thin. So I'm going to use half a pack. So if you've got a pack of bacon, they're all going to be about the same weight that you buy. If you've got a pack of bacon and it contains 6 rashers, probably use 3 of them. So about half a pack of bacon. What I'm going to do, streaky will work brilliantly actually. I mean, this dish originally was made with pancetta, but bacon's something that you usually got in the fridge. So, just gonna dice that up, same sort of size if you were making a carbonara or something like that. Okay, so we've got bacon there. Right. Onions start to work, start to soften, and we get the bacon in there. Very good mix. Alright, I'm just going to let that cook out a little bit. Next thing, now, we always have this in the fridge because it keeps forever, or a good while, and it's versatile. You know, I can make loads of different dishes with this. So it's just a basic chorizo. So if you don't usually keep it, this would probably be the only thing out of this whole recipe that you'll actually have to go out and buy. So what we're going to do is just slice it down. So probably about 1/3 of a centimetre, I suppose. Now, you can get varying grades of chorizo. It's one of those things, you know, that people go really nuts about. This sort of thing, just buy the cheap stuff, you know. £2.50 for a whole sausage. And usually find they're so full of flavour. If you're doing anything else with it, say you're making a pasta or something, you're making it for two, you only need half of it, you know, chuck it with some chicken or whatever, and it's going to give you enough of the sort of smoky paprika flavour to give that chicken a bit of a lift. In this case, we're going to use a whole sausage because it is really pretty much the crux of the dish. Okay, so chorizo's all sliced up. Right, bacon's starting to cook off. We don't want to get it crispy. You know, this wasn't fatty bacon, so it's not an issue. Start to brown off. So we're going to whack the chorizo in. You need to give it about that time. The bacon does need a bit of a head start on the chorizo, because the chorizo's got quite a high oil content, and will start to burn up if you put it in too early. But no matter what I've just done, it's going to be alright. So we're just going to start to sweat those off. Okay. Next thing we got is a bit of chicken stock. All right. I've used just some powder chicken stock. We topped up with hot water. Use one of the Knorr stock pots or stock cube or whatever you like. And then we got a can of tomatoes. Most people have usually got cans of tomatoes in the fridge or in the cupboard, sorry. Okay, so we're starting to get there with that. That just needs a little minute or two on the heat, and then we're going to add the tomatoes in. Okay, you can see, right, the chorizo's starting to cook now. Okay, softened right up. Just a bit. Well, okay. Can the tomatoes in. Stir about. Do a bit of tomato puree. Few mixed herbs, just herbs de Provence or whatever you got. I think herbs de Provence is just thyme and oregano, and what we got? Rosemary, thyme, marjoram, and oregano, but anything will do. Some good twists of black pepper. Now, normally in everything I add salt straight away. Bacon's pretty salty, so I'm going to actually wait till it's cooked down before I add any more salt, because as I say, it's probably got enough. Chicken stock, straight in. Give it a little stir around. Okay, and then I'm just going to cook that till the liquid's reduced a bit and it starts to go gloopy. That's going to take about 6-7 minutes on a medium heat. Okay, that's about ready now. If you want to look at the consistency, we don't want it to go sort of quite as thick as a sauce, but so there is still some liquid there, alright, but you can see it's reduced down quite a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to drop the heat right down, and now we've got some frozen peas. Alright, now I'm just going to chuck those straight in. Give it a stir about. They're just going to cook themselves. They're going to add a nice little sweetness to it. Alright? Can't bake baguettes. If you want to use, well, anything, you want something crusty. So, you know, that tiger French stick you get from Tesco's or whatever, that'd be nice, but anything crusty. Alright, so just pop those in the oven. Now, when we're doing that, you're going to need a couple of dishes. This is all I can find in my cupboard, so they're a bit random. And what we're going to do is just divide this between the two of them. And make sure you try and get sort of the same amount of liquid to meat your bits in the same one, obviously. Not just because you're trying not to defraud your significant other by having more of the sausage and the bacon in yours, but the liquid is actually going to help the next bit to cook properly. Alright, so yeah, I'm just going to press it down a little bit. I've got some eggs. And I'm just going to break those over the top. You may have noticed I let a bit of the white run away. That's because through cooking this dish, I've found that I like the yolks quite runny, and the white will cook quicker, the yolk will cook quicker than the white if you've got too much. So I let a little bit of it run off. And also, as I'm pouring it on, I try and spread it about as much as possible. It's not a thin art. It's going to do what it's going to do. Sometimes they're going to end up a little bit harder, and sometimes lovely and soft. Now, I'm just going to whack them both dishes on a baking tray and then pop them in the oven. Oven's on 210, 220, somewhere about that. Top it off of the oven. I'm just going to let that cook. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to say 8 minutes. You've all got glass ovens, watch it. You'll see when it's cooked. It's probably been about, I don't know, 6 minutes. So, moving it. That's certainly done. Whoa, let's have a little look. Going to get down. Mere seconds, just while we cut the bread up. Okay, they're ready. easy. And there we go, nice, simple, easy supper dish. Take you probably 15 minutes start to finish, 15 to 20 minutes. Done.